Welcome to my YouTube channel. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.
So welcome again to our alley review series practice quiz, and we have now part 5 of building utilities. Again, instructions before proceeding with this quiz: get a piece of paper and write down numbers 1 to 30, and then if you're ready, you can start with the quiz. And once you finish the question, write down the corresponding letter of your best choice from the multiple choices. You're given 10 seconds to finalize your answer. And at the end of the quiz, count the total number of your correct answers and check to what category your score belongs. So if you are ready, we can now start. So number 1, 3-story hospital. How many elevators would you suggest? A, 3, 1 for every floor. B, 1, but it is ideal to have 1 for passengers. C, only 1 for passengers and have 1 for the patients in stretchers. And D, only 1 for patients. And our correct answer is only 1 for passengers and 1 for the patients in stretchers. This is the most practical and efficient solution for a 3-story hospital. 1 passenger elevator would serve staff, visitors, and ambulatory patients, ensuring smooth general circulation. 1 service or bed elevator is crucial for a hospital. It needs to be large enough to accommodate hospital beds, stretchers, medical equipment, and possibly even small trolleys of supplies. This dedicated elevator prevents cross-contamination between patient transport and general public use, and ensures critical patient movements are not delayed by visitor traffic. Number 2. 3-story hospital. What type of elevator would you suggest? A, electric. B, machine room-less. C, either traction or hydraulic. And D, magnetic. And our correct answer is letter C, either traction or hydraulic. So for a 3-story hospital, both traction and hydraulic elevators can be suitable depending on several factors. Hydraulic elevators are often used in low-rise buildings up to 5 to 6 stories, and they offer smooth rise, ideal for transporting patients on stretchers. And traction elevators, especially gearless, are faster and more energy efficient over frequent use, but generally cost more upfront. So a traction including machine room less. And number 3, for a 3-story hospital, which fire suppression system is not necessary to be provided in the building infrastructure? A, wet standpipe. B, dry standpipe. C, fire extinguisher. And D, sprinkler. And our correct answer is letter B, dry standpipe. So in a building of this height, a dry standpipe is not typically required unless there are specific conditions. Under NBCP section 12.2, every building 4 or more stories in height shall be equipped with 1 or more dry standpipe. So kapag 4 stories lang or more required. Pero it's an option naman. Ang tinatanong kasi dito is not necessary to be provided, no? So, ang fire extinguisher, kahit na hindi siya kasali sa infrastructure, sa construction, required sa lahat ng buildings naman ito. And number 4, how many dry standpipes will you use? A, 3, B, 2, C, 0, and D, 1. And our correct answer is 0. This is related to the previous question. No? And number 5, for a 3-story hospital, where is the best location for a dry standpipe? siguro in case na maglagay ng standpipe, na dry standpipe. A. Stairway. B. Pipe chase. C. Ground floor common toilet. And D. Roof deck. And our correct answer is letter A, stairway. So usually, no, dry standpipes located sa floor landing ng mga stairways or in fire exit staircases. So this is the best location. Stairwells, specifically fire exits, which are protected enclosures, serve as primary egress routes during a fire and are also the most common access points for firefighters entering a building. Placing standpipe connections within or immediately adjacent to stairwells ensures that firefighters have a readily available water source as they ascend through the building without having to run long hoses through hazardous areas. It also provides a protected environment for firefighters to connect their hoses. Number 6. For a 9-story residential condominium, how many elevators would you recommend? A. 1 traction type. B. Minimum of 2. C. 1 hydraulic type. D. None of the above. And our correct answer is B. Minimum of 2. So under the NBCP, in apartments or residential condominiums of 5 stories or more, at least 1 passenger elevator shall be kept on 24-hour constant service. However, at least 2 elevators is recommended to accommodate residents efficiently and provide redundancy in case 1 elevator is under maintenance. 1 elevator is not sufficient for safety, convenience, and code compliance. A hydraulic elevator is not ideal for buildings over 5 to 6 stories due to slower speed and height limitations. Traction elevators are preferred for mid to high-rise buildings like a 9-story condo, but 1 traction elevator alone is still insufficient. Number 7. For a 9-story residential condominium, the last habitable story of the condo is the 9th floor, but it has a roof deck with a garden open for all occupants. The elevator's highest point, including its machinery, is 1.20 meters high from the roof deck floor level. Where would you locate the top of the elevator or the last access of the elevator? A. At the roof deck. B. At the 9th floor. C. At the 8th floor. And D. There's no need. And our correct answer is at the 9th floor. Because the elevator's physical limitations, its highest point being only 1.20 meters above the roof deck, make it impossible for it to provide a functional and safe passenger stop at the roof deck level. Its highest service point must be the floor below where proper access can be accommodated. Therefore, the highest accessible level for the elevator, given this severe constraint, would be the 9th floor. And number 8, for a 9-story residential condominium, which of the following would you least locate adjacent a lobby? A. Service stairs. B. Garbage chute. C. Elevator entrance. And D. Lounge. And our correct answer is B. Garbage chute. So a garbage chute involves the disposal of waste, which can lead to odors, potential sanitation issues, and noise, especially when trash is dropped. Locating a garbage chute entrance directly adjacent to the main residential lobby would be highly undesirable due to these hygiene and aesthetic concerns, negatively impacting the residents' and visitors' experience. Waste management facilities are typically isolated from primary public spaces. Number 9, for a 9-story residential condominium, which fire assembly is not integrated in the building? A. Dry standpipe. B. Wet standpipe. C. Fire sprinkler system. And D. Fire extinguisher. And our correct answer is letter D, fire extinguisher. So magkaiba ito sa question kanina kasi ito not integrated sa building. So hindi kasama sa construction na ibig sabihin. So while fire extinguishers are mandatory for building safety and are placed in accessible locations, often mounted on walls, they are not permanently plumbed into or built into the building's structural or piping systems during construction. They are standalone pieces of equipment. Therefore, they are not integrated in the same way the other systems are. Number 10, 9-story residential condominium. A system of pipes supplying a flow of air to or from a drainage system or providing a circulation of air within the system to protect trap seals from siphonage and back pressure. A. Drainage system. B. Vent system. C. Storm drainage system. And D. Sewage disposal system. And our correct answer is the vent system. So, pipes are installed to provide flow of air to or from a drainage system or to provide a circulation of air within such system to protect trap seals from siphonage and back pressure. Number 11. When a circuit is divided into two or more branches, each branch transmitting part of the current, the conductor of each branch is taken separately. A. Series. B. Circuit. C. Parallel. And D. Shunt. And our correct answer is parallel. So in a parallel circuit, components are connected across the same 2 points, creating multiple paths or branches for the current to flow. The total current divides among these branches, with each branch transmitting a part of the total current. Ito pagkakaiba ng series at saka sa parallel. Pag nasira sa series ang isa, hindi na iilaw ito. Pero ito naman, pag nasira ang isang ilaw, ang dalawa ay iilaw pa rin. Number 12, the minimum sound pressure level of sound, which stimulates the ear to the point at which discomfort gives way to definite pain. A. Noise. B. Threshold of audibility. C. Ultrasonic. D. Threshold of pain. And our correct answer is threshold of pain. This is precisely defined as the minimum sound pressure level at which sound begins to cause physical discomfort or pain in the human ear. It typically occurs around 120 to 140 decibels for most people, though it can vary. So mula dito and then mula doon. Noise is a general term for unwanted or unpleasant sound. Threshold of audibility or hearing is the quietest sound level that a human ear can detect. It's the opposite end of the spectrum from pain. And ultrasonic refers to sound waves with frequencies higher than the upper audible limit of human hearing. It's about frequency, not intensity or pain. Number 13. Sediment that settles out of sewage, forming a semi-solid mass on the bottom of a septic tank. A. Patani. B. Scum. C. Sludge. And D. Effluent. And our correct answer is C. Sludge. So, sludge is the heavier solid materials that sink to the bottom of the septic tank, forming a semi-solid layer that accumulates over time and needs to be periodically popped out. Ito naman scum yung sa ibabaw, no? At effluent yung nasa gitna, yung medyo malinis na. So scum is the lighter materials like oils, grease, and fats that float to the top of the liquid in a septic tank. And effluent is the clarified liquid layer in the middle of the septic tank which flows out to the drain field for further treatment. Number 14 is the branch of physics pertaining to the phenomena and law of sound, including the study, regulating sound, and its reflecting properties. A. Reverberation. B. Acoustics. C. Echo. And D. Attenuation. And our correct answer is B. Acoustics. So the branch of physics that deals with the study of all aspects of sound, including its production, control, transmission, reception, and effects. These encompasses phenomena like reflection, which leads to echoes and reverberation, absorption, and how sound behaves in different environments. Reverberation is the phenomenon of sound, referring to the persistence of sound in an enclosed space after the sound source has stopped. It's a part of acoustics, but not the branch itself. Echo is a specific phenomenon of sound reflection, where a sound is clearly heard again after being reflected off a surface. It's a result studied in acoustics. And attenuation refers to the reduction in the intensity or amplitude of a signal like sound as it travels through a medium or a system. It's a concept studied in acoustics but not the branch itself. Number 15, the unit of loudness level. A. Sabin. B. Hertz. C. Decibel. And D. Phon. And our correct answer is D. Phon. So the phon is a unit of loudness level, which is a subjective measure of sound intensity judged by a listener to be equal to 1 kHz tone at a specific sound pressure level in decibels. For example, a sound with a loudness level of 60 phons is perceived as equally loud as a 1 kHz tone at 60 decibel SPL. It's designed to account for the human ear's varying sensitivity to different frequencies at different intensity levels. The sabin is a unit of sound absorption used in acoustics to quantify how much sound a surface or material can absorb. The hertz is the SI unit of frequency, measuring the number of cycles per second of a wave, including sound waves. It relates to the pitch of a sound. And the decibel is a logarithmic unit to express the ratio of two values of a physical quantity, often power or intensity. In acoustics, it's widely used to measure sound pressure level or SPL, which is an objective physical measure of sound intensity. Number 16. If a septic tank has a compartment that exceeds 3.7 meters in length, what should be the additional requirement? A. Increase in number of compartments. B. Increase in number of leaching chambers. C. Baffle wall will be added. And D. An additional manhole. And our correct answer is an additional manhole. So as per the revised National Plumbing Code of the Philippines, access to its septic tank shall be provided by at least two manholes 508 mm in minimum dimension or by an equivalent removable cover slab. One access manhole shall be located over the inlet and one access manhole shall be located over the outlet. Wherever a first compartment exceeds 3.7 minimum length, an additional manhole shall be provided over the baffle wall. Number 17. The part of air conditioning system in which refrigerant is vaporized, thereby taking up heat and producing cooling. A. Evaporator. B. vibrator, C, condenser, D, vapor pump, and E, air distribution. And our correct answer is A, evaporator. So in the evaporator coil, the liquid refrigerant, this one, absorbs heat from the warm air circulating over the coil. As it absorbs heat, the refrigerant changes from a low-pressure liquid to a low-pressure gas or vapor, creating the cooling effect. So yung nasa bandang loob, nasa indoor side ng aircon unit, window type, yun ang evaporator coil. Yung nasa labas ng window type is the condenser coil. No? And these are the other parts of the aircon unit. The compressor is here, and we have the capillary tube here, and we have the fan and the motor and the blower. So in the condenser, this one, the refrigerant now, a hot high pressure gas, releases the heat it absorbed from the inner space to the outside air. Kaya dito lumalabas ang mainit na hangin, changing back into a liquid. So yung galing dito na na malamig, no, sa compressor, pag umano doon, magiging liquid ulit, no. This is where heat is rejected and not absorbed for cooling. A compressor, often called a vapor pump, this one, in some contexts, for its function of compressing vapor, moves the vapor and increases its pressure. Number 18, a circuit breaker that senses currents caused by ground faults and instantaneously shuts off power before damage or injury may occur. A, ground fault circuit interrupter. B, circuit breaker. C, fuse. D, distribution panel. And our correct answer is A, ground fault circuit interrupter, or GFCI. They are specifically designed to detect small imbalances in current flow, which indicate a leakage of current to the ground, a ground fault. They trip very quickly in milliseconds to interrupt the circuit, protecting people from electric shock and reducing fire hazards. A circuit breaker protects an electrical circuit. A fuse protects electrical equipment from excessive current, and distribution panel houses the overcurrent protection devices. Number 19, a device installed in piping to prevent the reverse flow of storm or sewage into the drainage system of their branches. A, backwater valve. B, check valve. C, downspout. And D, catch basin. And our correct answer is A, backwater valve. So it is sometimes called a backflow preventer for drainage or a sewer backflow valve. It's designed precisely for this purpose. It has a flap or gate that allows water to flow out but closes automatically if water tries to flow back into the system from the main sewer line or storm drain, preventing flooding within the building. So ito yung papunta sa sewer, kaya hindi pwedeng bumalik ang tubig, no? Kasi magko-close siya dito. And number 20, a 180-degree bend in pipe. A, elbow. B, return bend. C, drop elbow. And D, Y. And our correct answer is B, return bend. So specifically designed to make a 180-degree turn, effectively reversing the direction of flow. An elbow, this one, typically makes a 90-degree or 45-degree turn. So 90 or 45 degree. A drop elbow, this one is a type of elbow, usually 90-degree with mounting ears, ito, for attachment to a wall or joist. And Y is a Y-shaped fitting used to create a branch connection, usually at a 45-degree angle. Number 21, a coupling device for connecting two pipes, neither of which can be turned, consisting of two internally threaded end pieces, which are tightened around the pipe's ends to be joined, an externally threaded center piece, which draws the two end pieces together as it is rotated. A. Reducer. B. Union. C. Nipple. And D. Coupling. And our correct answer is B. Union. So a union is the three-piece fitting specifically designed to join two pipes, especially when neither pipe can be turned, that is, when they are already rigidly installed. It consists of two threaded end pieces, this one, a male and a female, that attach the respective pipes, and a central nut, the externally threaded center piece, here in the description, that rotates to draw the two end pieces tightly together, forming a leak-proof seal. This allows for easy assembly and disassembly without disturbing the rest of the piping. A reducer increases pressure, and nipple is externally threaded while coupling is internally threaded. 22. The lowest frequency present in a computer tone. A. Fundamental. B. Partial. C. Sound absorption. And D. Harmonics. And our correct answer is A. Fundamental. This is the base frequency of a complex sound wave. All other frequencies, partials, harmonics, are typically built upon or related to this lowest frequency. Partials are all the individual frequency components that make up a complex sound. Sound absorption refers to the process where sound energy is taken in by a material or object rather than being reflected. And harmonics are specific partials that are integer multiples of the fundamental frequency, like 2 times, 3 times, 4 times the fundamental. Ito yung fundamental, and these are the harmonics. They are higher frequencies than the fundamental. Number 23. These are dug with earth augers, are usually less than 30 meters deep. They are used when the earth to be bored is boulder-free and will not cave in. The diameter ranges from 2 to 30 inches. The well is lined with metal, vitrified tile, or concrete. A. Dug wells. B. Bored wells. C. Drilled wells. And D. Driven wells. And our correct answer is B. Bored wells. So bored wells are typically limited to shallower depths, generally not exceeding 30 meters, around 100 feet, as they rely on the soil being relatively stable without extensive caving during excavations. Ito yung bored wells. Ang dug wells is 15 meters deep with a greatest diameter. So medyo malaki ang diameter ng dug wells over the others. Drilled wells are 300 meters deep. Drill bit and stem is used. Malalim ang drilled wells. And driven wells are 15 meters deep, simplest and the least expensive. Okay, number 24, a flexible type of pipe known to have the only flexible plastic tubing suitable for use with hot or cold water pressure system. It is also known as an excellent chemical resistant to acids and alkalis, but is not suited for fuel oil, gasoline, or kerosene distribution system. These are blue or gray pipes. A. Polybutylene. B. Polyvinyl chloride. C. UPVC. And D. Polyethylene. And our correct answer is A, polybutylene. So polybutylene or PB is a flexible plastic tubing that was commonly used for hot and cold water pressure systems in residential plumbing. It is resistant to acids and alkalis, making it chemically durable. Typically comes in blue, gray, or black colors. However, it is not suitable for carrying fuel, oil, gasoline, or kerosene, aligning with the description. Polybutylene piping is no longer permitted for new installations in many countries due to a history of joint failures and leaks. So the preferred one now is the PEX. So polyvinyl chloride, PVC, and UPVC are rigid pipes, not flexible, and standard PVC, UPVC are generally not suitable for hot water pressure systems. Polyethylene or PE, while flexible and used for cold water service lines like HDPE, general PE is not typically used for indoor hot water pressure systems in the same way PB or PEX is. PAX or cross-linked polyethylene is suitable for hot and cold water, but polyethylene alone is a broader term, and PEX is a specific modified type. PEX cross-linked polyethylene is now the dominant flexible plastic pipe for hot and cold water. Number 25. A vent that provides circulation of air between a drainage and a venting system by connecting a vent stack to a horizontal drain between the first fixture and the soil or waste stack. A. Ventilator. B. Relief vent. C. Yoke vent. D. Loop vent. And E. Branch vent. And our correct answer is B, relief vent. So a relief vent is a vertical vent line, the primary function of which is to provide additional circulation of air between the drainage and vent systems, or to act as an auxiliary vent on a specially designed system such as a yoke vent connection between the soil and the vent stack. A yoke vent is a pipe connecting upward from a soil or waste stack below. And a loop vent or circuit vent is a last fixture. And loop vent is can be either the stack vent or a circuit vent, which is the vent stack. So ito yung stack vent sa this one, which is the loop vent, and the circuit vent will be the vent stack. The branch vent is the horizontal vent, that one. 26. An approved, completed, assembled metal and fitting containing bare conductors intended for use as feeder. The conductors being suitably supported insulators. A. Cable bus. B. Raceway. C. Cable tray. And D. Bus bars. And our correct answer is D. Bus bars. So the description provided here perfectly defines a busway, also known as a bus dock, which is a prefabricated enclosed assembly of bus bars. Bus bars are the bare conductors themselves, usually copper or aluminum bars, ito yon, that are used within the described assembly, a busway. While bus bars technically refer to the conductors inside the assembly, when the question asks for the metal and fitting containing bare conductors and busway is not an option, bus bars is the most direct reference to the unique conducted elements that characterize such a system, distinguishing it from a cable-based system. The entire assembled metal and fitting is built around and for these bus bars. So supposedly, ang correct answer dito ay busway. Kaya lang wala naman sa choice. Kaya ang nearest na lang is bus bar. No? Number 27. The trap seal should cover what part of the P-trap? A. Top dip to top crown. B. Crown wear to bottom dip. C. Bottom dip to top dip. And D. Top dip to top dip. And our correct answer is letter B, crown wear to bottom dip. So the trap seal in a P-trap is the vertical depth of water that remains in the trap to prevent sewer gases from entering the building. This water is held between the crown wear, the highest point where water starts to overflow into the drain line, and the bottom dip, the lowest point of the trap. So this vertical distance is the trap seal depth, which is typically around 2 to 4 inches. Number 28. A type of fitting for yoke vent. A. 1/8 bend fitting. B. Fitting room. C. Tie fitting. D. Y fitting. E. Long sweep. And F. 1/4 bend fitting. And our correct answer is Y fitting. So a Y fitting has a branch that comes off at an angle, typically 45 degrees. When a horizontal drain connects to a vertical vent stack using a Y, often combined with an 1/8 bend to form a combination Y, allows for a smoother transition. The smoother angle is generally preferred in plumbing for both drainage and venting applications as it reduces turbulence, promotes better flow, and minimizes the risk of blockages for standing water within the vent system. Number 29. A passage under a road, embankment, or canal which allows the flow of water. A. Irrigation pipe. B. Water trench. C. Gutter. And D. Culvert. And our correct answer is culvert. So a culvert is a structure, typically a pipe or box-shaped concrete channel, that allows water to flow from one side of an obstruction like a road, railway, or embankment to the other. While pipes carry water, an irrigation pipe specifically refers to a pipe used for watering crops or land. A trench is an open ditch or a long narrow excavation in the ground. It carries water at ground level. And a gutter is a shallow channel usually found along the edge of a roof or road, designed to collect and drain water from a surface, and it functions on the surface. And lastly, the other classifications or type of public sewer aside from sanitary or separate sewer is A. Discharge sewer. B. Storm drain. C. House drain. D. Wastewater sewer. And E. Storm sewer. And our correct answer is storm sewer. Both storm drain and storm sewer refer to the same type of public sewer system that carries storm water. However, storm sewer is generally considered the more formal and comprehensive term for the classification of the system itself. In a multiple choice question where both are present and refer to the same concept, storm sewer is often the intended precise classification. So ito yung storm sewer and this is the sanitary or separate sewer. And that's it for our quiz for today. So again, count the total of your correct answers, and then again, if your total score is 15 or less, time to think of a more strategic review, and you can enroll at Atlas CDC Review Center for a more comprehensive discussion. So you can scan the QR code here for more information. And watch out for my succeeding videos.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.